Yes, welcome to Vision Plus and welcome to this senior for mathematics class on complex numbers. The questions we are solving now are the questions that involve the application of the Euler's property that says that I squared equals to -1. This assists us to find the square roots of negative numbers. So our question says, solve the equation, and the equation is given by x squared plus 2x plus 6 equals to 0. And if you look at this equation, it is a quadratic equation. And it is a quadratic equation. Why? Simply because it is in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0. And the highest power of x is 2. So if you look at this number, we have said it is a quadratic equation. So any method of quadratic equation can solve it. But the issue arises, for example, if you want to try by factorization method, that means the product becomes 1 times 6, that is 6, and the sum is positive 2. What are the two numbers that when you multiply you get 6, and when you add you get 2? If you look for them, it is really very hard, and you find that this number has no factors. So the last result that we can go to is using the formula. And we know that the formula is obtained, the quadratic formula is obtained from the method of completing squares. That means the method of completing squares can assist, but using the formula method is more direct. So, and the formula says it says that x equals to negative b plus or minus root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. So if you are comparing this to that, you will actually see that our a is 1, that is coefficient of x squared. Our b is the coefficient of x, which is 2. Our c is the constant, which is 6. So we shall substitute for a, b, and c in the general formula so that we can be in position to get the values of x. So we are going to substitute for a, b, and c so that x equals negative b. What is b? B is 2 plus or minus square root of, what is b? B is 2 squared minus 4 times a is 1 times c all over 2 times a, which is 1. That means we shall have negative 2 plus or minus, let's simplify the numbers under the square root. That will be 2 squared is 4 minus 4 times 1 times 6 is 24. Raise the calculator out of 2. This implies that x will be equal to 2 plus or minus, what is 4 minus 24? 4 minus 24 is negative 20 out of 2. So where you get the negative, you are looking for the square root of the negative number. That is the same point. That is the point that calls for the application of Euler's property, that I squared is negative 1. So that means here we are going to have equals to negative 2 plus or minus root of 20. But what is, let me say 20 times a negative 1 all over 2. But we know that I squared equals to negative 1. So instead of negative 1 here, we shall substitute for I squared. So that here we shall have negative 2 plus or minus root of 20 I squared. out of 2. And we are well aware that if you are looking for if you are solving quadratic equation, you get two roots. The roots can be real or imaginary. The roots can be the same or different. That means for the first root, either x equals to -2 plus, just the first root, you take the positive part, maybe first, and then root of 20i squared but over 2. This is the same as -2 plus, what is root of I squared? Is I. What is root of 20? In your sides, let me simplify it here, but in your side you find that this is the same as 4i squared times 5. So if I simplify this, I will have -2, this one is still over 2. So here I will have -2 plus, what is the root of 4? Is 2. What is the root of I squared? Is I. Then here we shall have root of 5 will still be there over 2. This is a denominator. Since here we have a plus, we can distribute it. Now that gives us a -1 plus I root of 5. Or that is just the first root. Or for the second root, we are going to take the negative part. So we shall say x equals -2 minus, now because here we took plus, for this case we are taking minus, root of 20i squared, still I squared over 2. Don't forget that 2. Now this gives us -2 minus, what is root of 20i squared? Root of 20i squared is the same as 2i root of 5. Please go and revise your stats very well, and you can find a list of videos on our channel. Divide by 2. If I distribute the denominator, it will give me -1 minus I root of 5. So these are the solution. These are the roots of this quadratic equation. These are the values of x. So if we substitute for the first value of x, x1, we call this one x2. If you substitute for it here, it will make the left hand side 0. Likewise, if you substitute for x2, it also makes the left hand side 0, so that equals to the right hand side 0.